We would love to have a chance to greet you, get to know you a little bit better. If you are comfortable doing so, we invite you to stand up and tell us your name and where you are from. If there's anyone new today that would like to do that.
Good morning, my name is Michael. I'm relatively new to the Valley, a long-time meeting member of other communities. It's nice to see you all.
We are Georgia J. Powell. We live in the Valley. Long time.
Three new faces today, that's wonderful. We now have time for announcements. There are several listed in your order of service. And I hope most people have noticed that the clipboard auction items are out over near the hospitality building. But if anyone has any other announcements, please come up and share.
Good morning, I'm Nick Reesmack, the Religious Education Director, and I just want to let you know that I have received from the Arizona Interfaith Group the 2016 Interfaith calendars. They're back here in the corner of the table. They're large sheets, and you're welcome to take one or two as you care to. They show the religious holidays throughout the year 2016 of all the major world faiths. So it's very important to help you to, if you have to plan something outside the Unitarian Universalist community here that might interfere with by religious holidays such as the Jewish holiday or something like that. You find this calendar very useful. So I encourage you to take one with you.
I'm Sharon Moore, your First Saturday's Circle Supper person, and the clipboard to sign up is in the back if you'd like to attend. At the very back, there are sheets if you'd like to host. The last 2 Sundays each month, there will be a clipboard back there for you to sign up, and you'll be notified about your potluck contribution by your host the week of the supper.
When is the supper?
The first Saturday Circle Supper, which is December something. December 5th.
Hi, my name is Valerie, and I'm involved in social action here at West Valley. Phoenix Restoration Project has an annual project. They do writing out Christmas cards for people serving in detention. So we're having a Christmas or holiday card signing party next Sunday. So if anyone would like to participate, we just bring Christmas cards, holiday cards, and sign them and put it in a message of support. So if anyone's interested, please see me afterwards and I can get the directions to you. It'll be next Sunday, probably around 1 o'clock. I'm Hannah Johnson. I was going to bring the soup kettle in, but I forgot. We have Kimberly has the clipboard. We're now going to go back to our winter practice of having soup and bread on Sunday hospitality after. This is really interesting. We have 3 people signed up for the next 3 Sundays. That's unusual for us. So, but if you want to bring soup, this will be over in hospitality for you to sign up for a soup and or a bread for a certain Sunday. And there is a soup kettle over there that if you want to take home, it's a nice big pot to make soup to bring on Sunday. Also, you'll notice out there that our clipboard auction, can you hear? Is this okay? Our clipboard auction is in full swing. There are items for auction and items for sale, so please note which, on the clipboard, which it is, a for sale or an auction item that you can bid on. Also, there are a few samples of different goodies that are going to be offered that you can sign up to have people make for you for the holidays. So be sure to stop over there. And there are some of these hoops that are for sale over in the, we left those on a table in the hospitality. Is Lon Curtis here? If you get a chance, please thank Lon Curtis. He came over this week and built this fence by himself. That's along here that will eventually, Nancy, our gardener, and the crew, whoever joins her, will plant the plants, the vines that will be growing on that fence that will serve as a trellis. Thank you.
I'm Barry Linden, and I just wanted to reassure people that the sound system is a work in progress. Doug and Dorothy donated this wireless mic system, which seems to have eliminated most of the problems we've been having the last couple of weeks, but we still need to do some things to make this room a little less echoey and maybe make sure that the voices are as clear as they can be and need to be. So I just want to say we're still working on it.
Excuse me, that mic is much clearer. You can't hear from this one.
But I wanted to say that if you believe in what's inside, then you can figure out something new. I can do something new.
This is probably the least fun announcement, but I chair the housekeeping group, and so you've heard that motto of community policing: if you see something, say something. I found an unfortunate accident where someone talking to lost their meal. I don't know how long it had been there. So when we cleaned on Friday, so if you see anything that needs immediate attention, call me, and if I can't be here, I can call somebody in our group so that nobody else finds it when they have some function here during the week, okay? So if you see something, say something.
All right, thank you all for sharing those extra announcements. We now have a chalice lighting to start our program, and our chalice lighter today is Elaine King.
Gratitude and lots of fullness of life. Returns what we haven't turned up and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. This was written by Melody Beatty. Does anybody know who she is? I can get a chance to look her up. No? All right? We'll have to take care of that.
Thank you very much, Elaine. Now I ask you all to join me in a unison reading of our covenant. It is in your order of service. Love is dedication. So I am going to turn this over to Elizabeth Skinner, and she is going to welcome our new members today and have them sign the book. And then we will be doing a child dedication for Stetson James. Okay, is this working? May I have the new members, please? All right, 1, 2, 3. Got all my ducks in a row. If you would state your name.
I'm Diane DiAgostino.
Carolyn Salati.
I have a bit for you. Are you, new members, prepared to enter into covenant with and join your spiritual journey to that of West Valley Unitarian Universalist Church, and to support this church with your spirit, time, talent, and treasure? If so, please say I am.
Okay.
Now roll it. Are you, as a continuing member, prepared to enter into covenant with and welcome their spiritual journeys into that of West Valley Unitarian Universalist Church, and be responsible stewards of their spirit, time, talents, and treasure? If so, please say I am. And sign that book.
Thanks to TikTok in the microphone.
And now, if we could have the James family.
We're called the James family because it's all of our last names are called James. I can say it. Lavender James, Morgan James, Stetson James, Willow James, Mitchell James.
Thank you so much. All right. Now, Stetson, we welcome you among us. And with congregation, if you could follow along. You guys have a cartoon. A budding rose we give you, for it is the symbol of unfolding life and love. We appreciate your uniqueness. We will teach you and learn from you. We will love you and respect you.
We will delight in your accomplishments. We will share your sorrows. We will encourage you in every way as you grow into adulthood. And whatever may come to you, whether misfortune, affliction, or wrongdoing, we promise never to close our hearts against you.
We lift up our hearts in thanks. I think most of you know how this works by now. I will begin. For the sun and the dawn, which we did not create. For the moon and the evening, which we did not make. For food which we plant, but cannot grow. For friends and loved ones we cannot earn and cannot buy. For this gathered company, which welcomes us as we are, from wherever we have come. For all our free churches, that keep us human and encourage us in our quest for beauty, truth, and love. For all things which come to us as gifts of being from sources beyond ourselves. Gifts of life and love and friendship, we lift up our hearts in thanks this day. Now we come to the time in our service for joys and concerns. And I will get the extra microphone and I will encourage people to line up in the center aisle and then come speak right here.
Today and on Wednesday. For those who continue to allow this community to grow and flourish by setting up a beautiful evening, and for all those who will enjoy that space and learn and discover and celebrate together in those new surroundings, and celebrate together the new jobs that there are, and new hope, as well as bowling medals and other reasons that make us smile and feel close to one another. We also share our love with those who are struggling. We share our love with those who lost a loved one or parts from them after they lost Nancy. May we have wisdom on how to support them. May we have courage to spend time and just be, joining those who need our company and presence in their grief. May we continue to stand on the side of love when faced with those who spread fear and mistrust. May we join all those faith communities who indeed support Syrian refugees and save lives and integrate new people into our church as well as into the community at large. May our love spill over to all those affected by hate and fear this week, this month. May love replace the fear and hate. And may we join together in blessing, sending hope and love for needed ones. Continuing in a spirit of meditation, please join me in singing number 123, Spirit of Love.
Each week, our church takes up an offering, and though we could easily submit our pledge checks through the mail, and anonymously, we do intentionally pass the plate during our worship service to make a community expression of gratitude for our blessings of abundance.
Generously given, gratefully received, may this offering indeed serve our congregation and our community beyond.
And I invite you to stand and join us for our preparatory hymn, which is number 86, Blessed Spirit of My Life. Now I am very pleased to introduce our speaker, whose sermon today will be Embrace of Gratitude. I think Reverend Christiana is very familiar to most of us by now, because she has kindly agreed to be our speaker twice each month, and she drives up from her home base in Tucson to be with us. And she brings wonderful energy, thoughtful words, and a beautiful, beautiful singing voice. So, welcome, Reverend Christiana.
Thank you, Roz. And indeed, it is a joy to be here with you this week. Look how many of you showed up on Thanksgiving week. Good for you. Thanksgiving. Time for family, feast, football. Not that that has anything to do with the actual meaning of Thanksgiving, but rather than look at the historical background of the holiday per se, I want to look at the topic of giving thanks, the topic of gratitude. I find gratitude to be a wonderful gift, a powerful state, and an amazing way to live life. Have you ever tried to make a gratitude you are grateful for, and when you think they're done, add a couple dozen more. You might really need to think hard on this one. Maybe you listen to this. Then you might remember that you have a bedroom in it, and it has a bed or a sofa on which you can sleep. And most likely, it also has a pillow and a blanket to keep you comfortable. And you probably have sheets for your bed. Now, you might even have a place to do laundry, so you can put on clean sheets once in a while. These are the things one might not usually contemplate, things that are quite easy to overlook and take for granted. But not everyone on this planet, or even in this country, in this town, has those going for them. And they sure make a difference to our quality of life, don't they? You may want to try it this week. Put on clean sheets, and then, when it's time to go to bed, experience the luxurious feeling of your bed and your clean sheets, allowing gratitude to flow and joy to flood your heart. Let all the senses participate in this adventure of getting into a freshly made bed. Experience it as the delight it is. Gratitude is such an enjoyable, mood-altering experience without any negative consequences that I highly recommend it. Of course, sometimes we're just not in the mood for it. Sometimes we might be having a hard time. And any attempt at gratitude might initially seem superficial and ridiculous, even callous attempt to gloss over the real issues we need to deal with. At such times, when we might have deep grief to face, we have hurts which seem to have wounded our soul, we might have resentments that block our access to gratitude. Forcing ourselves to do a gratitude list at that time can still help. But we might need to go further and actually address our resentments, our grief, and our anger. So what are we supposed to do with those? With resentments, hurts, and sorrows? What do we do when we have been unjustly wronged? I may have the best reasons to hate and totally valid causes for resentments and even retaliation. But holding on to those might make me miserable. It once again brings up that topic of forgiveness, which is a major challenge. A week ago, the cover of Time magazine posed the question, what does it take to forgive a killer? They discussed the church bombing in Charleston 6 months ago, but ironically, just as the edition came out, ISIS had just executed their attacks in Beirut and then in Paris. The problem of forgiveness and resentments was timely and very challenging. The problem of forgiveness is also timely around the Thanksgiving holiday for a couple of reasons. Thanksgiving tends to be a time of high expectations for families to not only get together, but to behave themselves when they do. Many times these expectations are dashed quite quickly, and the opposite result occurs, adding to family rifts and dysfunction. And then, of course, the very celebration of this American Thanksgiving holiday can bring up grief as we contemplate history and how European settlers harmed and decimated Native Americans for centuries. These are all valid concerns. The issues about grief and a need for justice. They are deeply disturbing, whether it's in our immediate family dysfunction or in the general scope of our country's history. In the midst of this and the time of unrest we're in, when we feel our heart getting heavy and weary, we need spiritual practices. Spiritual practice is the theme for this month. If we are to stay sane, which may seem optional, but I highly recommend it. If we are to stay sane, if we are to continue as caring, concerned beings, we need to use practices to help us cope. To find some level of forgiveness or acceptance and rest in our hearts, so we do not give in to despair and bitterness. We cannot take positive action and make a difference in a state of fear and resentment now, can we? We have seen some people make decisions coming from fear and resentments, and they're quite questionable at best. Here's a secret. If you have a problem with resentments and letting go, gratitude helps. Yes, the energy of gratitude is stronger than our resentments. And if you are afraid and you spend your time in worry and anxiety, gratitude helps there as well. There is power in gratitude. And I'm not just talking about superficial politeness of saying please and thank you. That helps too. But there's a deep sense of gratitude you can experience with your mind, your heart, your whole being. I wanted to find just the right words to talk about this deep, life-changing level of thankfulness, of gratitude. So I started reading, and I found a lot of quotes. Let me read just a few of them. Dietrich Bonhoeffer says, "In ordinary life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more than we give, and that it is only with gratitude that life becomes rich." Ralph Waldo Emerson reminds us to cultivate the habit of being grateful for every good thing that comes to you, and to give thanks continuously. And because all things have contributed to your advancement, you should include all things into your gratitude. Thornton Wilder wrote, "We can only be said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures." Thich Nhat Hanh states, "The miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the green earth, dwelling deeply in the present moment and feeling truly alive." John Ortberg says, "Gratitude is the ability to experience life as a gift. It liberates us from the prison of self-preoccupation." The more quotes I found, the more they ended up being the same. All of them speak of a way of life in the present moment, fully aware, with an open heart, mindful of all that is given to us. It is a way of showing up for life as the wild and wonderful adventure, experiencing each moment in full color, in at least 3 dimensions, and with all our senses awake and alert. Personally, I know at times I tend to miss stuff. I am known for multitasking and I love it. I often have so many things going on at the same time that I might miss out on being really present, at risk of missing the very moment altogether. But there are times when I show up. When I show up fully with my heart engaged, and I see. When I drive, for instance, I often see the sun rise or set. Even while driving, I can see the light change in the sky. That is where I have choices. I can notice how dirty my windshield is, and berate myself for not cleaning it yet again. Or I can feel hassled by the glare, which makes it hard to see ahead. Or I can drive slowly enough to where I can see and drive safely. And then I can enjoy this amazing spectacle of nature. I can see the clouds over mountains, enjoy the way the sun keeps changing the colors and the light, painting the most beautiful pictures, moment to moment, which change in color and dimension from one minute to the next. I can take it all in and let it touch my heart, and I can be filled with joy, with beauty, with awe. In those moments, I feel at one with the sun with the light, one with the beauty of nature, intimately connected to the universe in all of its glory. In those moments, there is only gratitude. Gratitude indeed is the best way to describe that experience of deep connection to the interdependent web of all existence. The interdependent beauty and love that surrounds us in nature and all of its beings. That experience is powerful, more powerful than resentments, worries, or fear, even more powerful than bad news coverage. I am grateful. I am grateful that I started contemplating and writing this sermon way over a month ago. I needed to immerse myself into this reminder of the power of gratitude. I had quite a few challenges recently, with 2 good friends dying in the last couple of months and a couple of medical scares in my own family. Being present in the moment and finding a deep sense of gratitude can make all the difference. And luckily, we do not need a crisis to get us there. All of us are invited to gratitude. Each day, even now, when we allow ourselves to show up for a moment with all our senses, we can access this amazing connection. The connection to love, to inspiration, to gratitude. Just in this moment, you are sitting here on a reasonably comfortable chair. So take a moment and tune into your senses. Feel gravity holding you nicely in place. Isn't that great? We do not fly off our chairs, despite the speed at which the earth is turning. Gratitude holds us safely so we can relax. Gratitude holds us to the earth. The earth keeps you safely in place and belong. Now take a couple of deep breaths and continue to be present in this moment. This is such a beautiful room, this new sanctuary of ours. Gratitude floods my heart just being here. The temperature is pleasant. It smells pretty good. The sound system works. And I see a whole lot of amazing people in this room with beautiful faces. Faces which tell stories about their lives. Some are stories of hardship. Some are stories of joy. Stories more complex than we can ever fathom. But we see these faces, beautiful faces, one and all, and we can feel awe at the diversity and the range of expression. I am so grateful for these faces, these people, and our connection to one another in this congregation. I'm grateful for the love and compassion, the curiosity and intelligence, the wisdom and discernment that is so evident right here among us. Every sense in my body is connected to this moment, this sacred time with you. And I feel love and gratitude. Looking at your dear faces, I can see that some of you feel that too. When we are present in the moment, mindful, tuned in, and open, we can enter this space of compassion and thankfulness at any time. And I invite you to check right now, as you are in touch with gratitude. This moment, are you scared? Are you resentful? Are you anxious or depressed? If you find feelings, comfortable or not, whatever feelings you find, acknowledge them, let them be there. Know that they're valid and will help you heal. And do not let them take over. They are not the strongest forces within you. Gratitude trumps all of these states of being, doesn't it? Living in the moment in gratitude is indeed a mood-altering experience, and yes, a life-altering experience. So what do we do next? We found gratitude. We are connected to a space of love and peace in the present moment. Once we feel gratitude, it is time to express it. And how do you do that? We give thanks. We say our gratitude out loud. Whom have we thanked today? Sure, you might have said thank you when someone greeted you this morning or handed you the order of service. That is good. But have you really sought out a person and told them what you truly and deeply appreciate about them, and how very grateful you are that they were born, are in your life now? It takes a little more thinking and awareness, even conscious effort, but it can be quite an adventure. Take a minute and look around you. Who is sitting near you? Is there anything you can thank them for? If yes, make a point to do so later. In your mind's eye, picture the people in your life, your family members, neighbors, friends, co-workers. Is there anyone there whom you might want to thank? Has anyone been helpful or even inspiring? Has anyone given you good ideas or role models, a great way to be? Have you told them? Oh, that might be awkward, right? Well, awkward is not a bad thing. It can be a sign that we're not going with that superficial fitting in behavior, but we are indeed going deeper, being real and present in a caring and loving community. We risk looking a fool by sharing love and gratitude, and it's totally worth it. We could have waves of gratitude flooding our congregation, our families, and our neighborhoods, immersing them in feelings of joy and worthiness. And when is the last time you thanked yourself? Oh, I know it might be silly to talk to yourself, but then, be honest. When was the last time you criticized yourself? That comes quite naturally, doesn't it? So it's not a matter of whether you talk to yourself or not. I can safely assume that most of you have an internal dialogue going on at least some of the time. The question is more, how do you talk to yourself? How nice are you being to you? When things go wrong and you lose your keys or forget an appointment, you might blurt out, "Oh no, how could I have done that? How could I have forgotten this? Can't I ever get my act together? What's wrong with me?" That comes easy. Whether we say it out loud or just hear it in our heads. But what do you do when you do not misplace your keys? When you remember your appointments and arrive where you are supposed to be on time? Do you thank yourself? When you're stressed and someone wants yet one more thing from you, and you actually respond with kindness and patience, do you thank yourself? Do you express your gratitude for having done the right thing, for having been true to your values? It might be a fun spiritual practice to start. If you were to make this a regular routine, thanking yourself throughout the day, thanking yourself each night before you go to sleep for all the things you did well, you may find your life changing quite rapidly. You will start to like and enjoy yourself more. Be comfortable in your own company a whole lot more regularly. You will start to treat yourself like a person with inherent worth and dignity, as the first principle reminds us. It won't feel false or like pretense. Gratitude has amazing powers of transformation. All it takes is to be present, notice wonderful things in you and all around you, gratitude, fear and anger will diminish, and joy and enthusiasm will start to abound. So I invite you to this treat, a better treat than you gave out at Halloween or you're going to enjoy on Thursday in your Thanksgiving feast. Treat yourself to the amazing moments your life holds for you, each day, each hour, each minute. Show up for them. Let yourself see the beauty and feel the awe that comes with the connections we have. Express gratitude for yourself, for others, for the divine, and for this amazing universe in which we live together. Indeed, bask in gratitude and joy. Amen. So be it. Blessed be. Please join me in singing number 21 for the beauty of the day. Please rise as you will. It is time to extinguish the chalice, and please join me for our unison reading of our West Valley mission statement, which is printed in your order of service. We agree to provide a safe place to celebrate diversity, draw inspiration for living better lives, foster social and environmental justice, and passionately support each other in our spiritual searches. And I would like to express my gratitude to all of you for being here today, to Reverend Christiana for joining us this morning. And I would like to thank our musician, Rocky Dotterer, who enhances our celebration with his beautiful music. Our greeters, Lori and Graham, thank you very much. And our kitchen house, Diana and Kim, you make things so wonderful for us after the service, and we truly appreciate that. My closing words are another little poem about gratitude. This one says, I am thankful for many things.
First of all, I am thankful for the world, because without it, we would be floating in outer space. Second of all, I am thankful for Mom and Dad and my sister, because they helped me. Last of all, I am grateful for nature, because if we didn't have nature, things wouldn't be pretty. I am thankful for all of those things, and that was written by a 7-year-old.